Terrible news coming out of Providence, Rhode Island. Brown University mass shooting. We heard the casualty yesterday, Saturday, December 13th. It happened around 4 o'clock. We're seeing reports being released from a lot of different media sources.
The police, I mean, the reality is that this is a 7-story physics and engineering building that was unlocked, but this individual went to a specific classroom that was essentially in a study session for an exam on economics and chose that classroom. And we know from a witness inside that this gunman yelled something. We don't know what this individual yelled and then began shooting. We also know that this person reportedly used a handgun. So a lot of questions also as to whether or not they recovered that handgun or what kind of ballistics evidence may have led them perhaps to this individual as well. So we have more questions than answers other than the fact that we know the lockdown has been lifted and at least according to the mayor, this community can breathe a sigh of relief. But hopefully we hope to find out.
It was crazy because we heard the dispatch call online as well. And that just, oh my God, that was super sad. Rest in peace to the 2 students that lost their life. There's also 9 that were injured and were brought to Rhode Island Hospital, which is just too close to home, this story. Again, prior history of living in Providence, Rhode Island.
201 Sayre Street, staged for police for a possible shooting. That's Rescue 5, Engine 9, Battalion 3. Responding to the vicinity of 201 Sayre Street, staged for police. Set us in front of the Sciences Library on the Manning Walk for a male shot in the back.
Update from Brown Police, there are 3 shooting victims, so we're starting additional companies and giving Channel 5.
Second call, possibly 3 people shot. That's going to be Rescue 3, 7, Engine 7, Ladder 8, and Engine 3 respond in the vicinity of 201 Sayre Street. From the police, it is a confirmed shooting.
Affirmative. We're getting reports that there might be 6 people now. We're just trying to work with the police.
On scene, 5, 2 victims, 1 shot in the back, 1 shot in the shoulder. We need 1 additional rescue here.
Engine 9 to Battalion 3, be advised 167 Brook in the building in the stairway. There's a person shot.
Battalion 3, the fire alarm. I'm going to need Division 1. I'm also going to need any active shooter task forces you have with their vests and helmets.
Fire alarm to command from police. They're now saying 20 victims, 20.
It's officially going to be a mass casualty incident. I have Engine 3 and Rescue 7, as well as Rescue 2, headed to Hope and Waterman. If there's possibly 20 victims, we're going to need as much mutual aid as you.
Went to Hope High School freshman year. So reading about all this on Hope Street and all that was just crazy to me. It's just crazy. I actually graduated from college in Rhode Island at JWU. So knowing how stressful finals week is already to begin with, and then the shooter choosing this time out of all times to do this is insane to me. We saw the president speak about this.
I've been fully briefed on the Brown University situation, what a terrible thing it is. And all we can do right now is pray for the victims and for those that were very badly hurt, it looks like. And we'll inform you later as to what's happening, but it's a shame. It's a shame. So just pray. Thank you very much.
Brown University, great school. Great, really one of the greatest schools anywhere in the world. Things can happen. So to the 9 injured, get well fast, and to the families of those 2 that are no longer with us, I pay my deepest regards and respects from the United States of America. Thank you very much.
We even saw clips online of different students hiding inside of a classroom. Oh my God, that was crazy. Like, think about the long-term trauma. Think about the long-term trauma of dealing with something like this. And I thought I was hearing shots in the beginning of the film, if you hear closely, but I think it's the cops kicking doors down, because remember, they were barricading themselves inside. They were not only barricading themselves inside, I read online that up to 4 hours, a lot of the students were still on lockdown because the guy was at large.
Police! Providence police! Hands! Stand up, hands! Providence police!
Everybody's hands! Hands! Everybody get your hands! Hands! Just keep your hands up for us. Obviously there's something going on. We're here to help you. Just listen to what we have to say, okay? All right, breathe. Anybody hurt? No? All right, just listen to our commands. We will get you out of here safely. Is this it? Is this the group?
Guys, if you have your bags, your phones, go grab it now. Quickly.
Go, quick, go.
In orderly, fast. Let's go.
Single file, let's go.
Good job.
Grab your stuff. Hurry up.
An arrest wasn't made until Sunday today. And the only reason we know that is because we got a bit of information that someone was detained. Now, do we know if it's a shooter? Until they're actually put out a profile legally, we cannot speak about this. So we'll say alleged. My opinion. I'm thinking they're saying that they're not looking for anyone else now. So I'm assuming that this is the shooter, but they haven't said it yet. They said someone is detained. Federal agents came into Rhode Island, also assisted the state police. And they were able to arrest someone. The guy is allegedly around 30 years old. That's all information I've been able to find online.
Again, my condolences and thoughts and prayers with the families that were impacted by these actions. So yeah, as the mayor stated, we have detained someone of interest, but I respect and to protect the integrity of the investigation, I would only be limited in my details. The next process for us is what we do best, and our detectives is to coordinate with the prosecutors, to collect evidence, to conduct interviews, and then from there, we'll be able to, when it's appropriate and accurate, to share more details with you all. But I'm pleased to say that the mayor stated the collaboration between our federal partners, our different municipalities in the state, is all hands on deck. And, you know, when there's incidents in the city that shock the conscience, we know for a fact that we just step up. And the federal agents, our federal partners, I want to thank them for their assistance, but as well, every single municipality, the state police, and every other chief in the state. We came together as a small state. It impacted a lot of us, the incident that occurred. And so, again, I'm just happy to share with you that we're in the process now of coordinating with prosecution, conducting interviews, and being able to collect evidence so that we can protect the integrity of the investigation and that we can hold the individuals accountable for their actions. So.
The police chief also did share, as you heard, the reason that they're not sharing too much is because they don't want to ruin the investigation. I'm assuming throughout this week, though, as big in national news this is an Ivy League school. This isn't just any school in Rhode Island. Like Brown University is the most famous university in Rhode Island. And Rhode Island is known for really great colleges. Again, speaking from I went there. But Brown is top tier. So to see something like, bro, Hermione, remember Hermione from Harry Potter? She went to Brown. My freshman year at Hope High School, I remember walking around, everybody's like, yo, Hermione be walking around Thayer Street. She's on the block right now getting pizza slices and shit. I swear, I just saw her. So I remember that hype. Again, it's a small city. We're used to, all our drama being inside the city, but never national news like this. This is crazy. This actually occurred in the engineering building I'm reading as well. And this engineering building has 7 floors. And the shooter allegedly yelled something before he started shooting shots. He used a handgun as well. And you guys know weapons in Rhode Island is not something that's common. Like living in Florida, everybody got a gun. It's just part of the culture down here. In Rhode Island, it's not that common. So to see someone walk through the building, gun, and start letting shots off, and also get away, because there wasn't an arrest until the next day. Like, I'm still super confused on what's going on.
Senior Joseph Adura was leading an economic studies session with around 60 other students when he says a masked man entered the lecture hall armed with a large gun.
He entered the room, and you could just see the panic in all the students' eyes. I was standing in the front, so as soon as he walked in, he immediately saw me, and I immediately saw him. And then I look to my right and I see a bunch of students running down the stairs, running out the door, jumping on the ground, just whatever it takes to stay alive.
When you made eye contact with him, what did your mind tell you in terms of what was happening in that moment?
When I saw him, I saw a gun. The gun was so big and long that I genuinely thought, like, okay, this is the end of the road for me.
How soon did he start shooting after he entered the room?
He just started shooting right away. There was no hesitation.
And you guys have seen reporters drilling the school president because he's like, how did 6 hours pass and you still don't know nothing? That was crazy. He did not hold back on the president of Brown University. That was crazy. Is it that she didn't know or legally she didn't know what she can say? I'm not too sure. But the way that reporter went in on her, I was like, ooh.
I'm catching up right now.
President, with all due respect, 6 hours after this shooting, and you said you don't know what was going on in that classroom? How does that happen? Were they taking an exam? Were they meeting for a club?
I don't know. I don't know.
6 hours later, and you're the president, and you don't know?
I do not know.
Well, that's kind of concerning.
Crazy. But again, you got to remember, a lot of people are parents. I'm not a parent myself, so I can only talk of like how I would think this would probably be. Like, oh my God, that would be insane to get a call like this. But we hear a mother also on the news yesterday sharing, getting a text message from her son. There's a live shooter on campus. I love you. I'm gonna run. A text message like that is insane. That is like again, I'm not a parent, but I can only imagine. So I'm thinking a lot of these reporters, they put themselves in the parents' shoes. Not only the parents' shoes, they were also students at one point.
Nightmare. It's a nightmare. They were in the
the middle of finals, so they were all on campus studying at the library. And about an hour and a half ago, the first text I get from my son is, "Mom, there's a live shooting on campus, and I'm going to run, and I love you." I was like, what? So we've only been texting, and I'm getting live updates from him because we've told him to turn off his phone, not to make a single sound, but he's in a supply closet room on campus, barricaded with 12 students. They've turned off the light. They've put chairs on their door. One of his classmates is having a panic attack, so the friends are trying to keep her quiet so that no sounds are being made. They have a radio update that they're getting as students, and the most recent update is that there's nobody in custody, and there's an active shooter that's still on campus with some casualties, but we don't know how many. We just know that their situation is not resolved at all.
Bro, the trauma is, stuff like this doesn't happen in that city. Sub up to the channel. Again, the more information that we do receive, we will update you guys. Anything else that I'm able to see online as we're editing this, I will make sure to include it. But when we get more information about the motive, who the shooter was.
The breaking news this hour, we just broke it. Sources telling CNN that the person of interest in this shooting is identified as 24-year-old Benjamin Erickson of Wisconsin. What else are you learning?
Well, he went to high school around Milwaukee, went to the University of Wisconsin after that. He was coming out of high school, I guess, at the end of COVID, and then served in the U.S. Army in Fort Myer, which is just outside Washington, D.C. It's one of those bases where you have a lot of specialized units that have to do with Washington. He, we are told, was part of an elite ceremonial unit, an honor guard, that did marching presentations and things with horses. Apparently not deployed into any combat or war zone as far as we can tell, checking with our contacts at DOD, and no criminal background. It does appear, based on his own posts, that he switched from University of Wisconsin to Brown University for the fall semester of 2025. And that is something that, as you and I have discussed earlier today, we're kind of sorting out against the statements that that were made by officials that he was not a student there. It may have been that he was suspended or otherwise moved out and was not a student at the time of the shooting, which he is allegedly connected to. Now, why can't authorities tell us any of this? Right now, as we sit here, we believe he has not been charged. He is in custody. He's being held. We're not clear what those charges are.
Because we're seeing people online getting mad. Like, there's 818 cameras on campus, and this is the only video we see. We see like a little video of a guy in a black hood, which we still don't even know 100% if that really is a shooter, but that's what they're saying. Is walking around the corner. There's no way. There's a 7th-floor engineering building that he walked through. He has to be caught on many cameras. I'm thinking we weren't supposed to see that footage. I think that footage leaked. So that's why everybody online is like, how is this all we're seeing? I think they just still haven't released it because they haven't even gave us the guy's name, nationality, nothing. I'm hearing he's around 30 years old. Now I'm not even sure if this is confirmed yet. So.
Shortly, we will be releasing the person of interest who had been detained earlier today, and the Attorney General can speak a little bit about the rationale for that, but we want to inform the community that that individual will shortly be released from Providence Police.
What more will we see? I don't know, but I'll be here to review it with you guys. Sub up, sub up. Don't forget, we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers.